They called him a fool. Every single morning, the king laughed at him. The entire court mocked his answers. But what they didn't know was that he was quietly, brilliantly outsmarting them all. Have you ever noticed that sometimes the wisest people are the quietest ones? They don't get into heated arguments, they don't feel the need to prove themselves, right? They simply understand the bigger picture and let time do the talking. This is a story about exactly that. It's the story of a wise man and his son, a boy everyone thought was a complete fool. In a faraway kingdom, there lived a highly respected minister, known for his calm, insightful advice. The king trusted him so deeply that he never made a significant decision without consulting him first. But as you can imagine, not everyone was happy about this arrangement. Many in the royal court were consumed by jealousy, just waiting for a chance to see the minister fail. One beautiful morning, as the king was taking his customary stroll through the royal garden, he spotted the minister's young son playing nearby. A mischievous thought crossed the king's mind. He approached the boy with a grin. "Tell me, boy," he asked, his voice echoing with amusement, "which is more valuable, gold or silver?" The boy looked up at the king, a gentle smile on his face, and replied without hesitation, "Silver, your majesty." The king burst out laughing. The guards standing by chuckled. Everyone who heard the boy's answer laughed. From that day on, it became a daily ritual. Every morning, the king would find the boy and ask the same question, which is more valuable, gold or silver? And every single day, the boy would give the same confident answer, silver. Soon the whispers started. They spread through the palace corridors like wildfire. The minister's son is a fool. How can someone so close to the king be so clueless? The court jesters had new material, and the jealous courtiers felt a smug sense of satisfaction. The minister, hearing these whispers day after day, started to feel a deep sense of shame and embarrassment. How could his own son be the laughingstock of the entire kingdom? One evening, unable to bear it any longer, the minister went home with a heavy heart. He found his son reading a book. "My son," he said, his voice strained with disappointment. "Why? Why do you keep telling the king that silver is more valuable than gold? You are making a fool of yourself, and of me." The boy looked up from his book, his expression perfectly calm. "Father, I know gold is more valuable than silver." "Of course I do." The minister was taken aback. "Then why? Why would you give the wrong answer every single day?" A knowing smile spread across the boy's face. "Because, Father, every morning when the king asks me that question, he holds out his hands. In one hand, he has a gold coin, and in the other, a silver coin. He tells me, take whichever is more valuable. Think about it. If I take the gold coin just once, the game is over. He'll know I understand, and he'll stop asking. The fun will be gone for him, and the opportunity will be gone for me." The boy then walked over to a small wooden chest in the corner of his room and lifted the lid. The minister gasped. The chest was overflowing with shining silver coins, glimmering in the candlelight. "All of this," the boy said softly, gesturing to his treasure, "came from being called a fool. Every day they laugh, and every day I earn another silver coin. I chose patience, consistency, and long-term thinking over a single moment of validation." He turned to his father, his eyes clear and intelligent. "If I had tried to prove how smart I was, I would have gained one gold coin, but I would have lost this entire fortune. By letting them think I was a fool, I won so much more." The minister stared at his son, completely speechless. A wave of understanding and pride washed over him. All his years of studying books and advising the king, and here was his young son, teaching him a lesson more profound than any he had ever learned. "My son," the minister said, his voice filled with emotion, "you've taught me something no book ever could. Wisdom doesn't need to be loud. It doesn't need applause. The world may laugh, but true intelligence shines quietly through actions, not words." From that day forward, whenever anyone in the court mocked the minister's son, the minister would simply smile. He was in on the secret. He knew his son didn't need to be seen as wise he already was. This story is a powerful reminder for all of us. True wisdom isn't about being praised or proving yourself right in every argument. It's about understanding when to speak and when to stay silent. It's just about having the emotional strength to remain calm under judgment and the foresight to think 5 steps ahead. Sometimes the world will call you foolish. It will laugh at your choices and doubt your methods. Let them. Stay focused on your long-term vision. Let your results speak for you. Because in the end, success is the best and quietest form of validation. So, what do you think? Have you ever been in a situation where playing the fool was actually the smartest move? Let me know your stories in the comments below. I'd love to read them. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more content that makes you think. See you in the next one.